Okay.
You're
Okay. Oh man, not again.
You're
What's up, people? How we doing? How we feeling? How we living? Let us know if our audio sounds okay. How you darn? Let us
How
know
you
who's in
doing?
the
How you
chat,
doing?
who we're hanging out with. It's gonna be a good day today. We're gonna try to actually get through 2 rookie mock drafts. Today's gonna be a little bit different. A lot of time every pick we just load a bunch of information on every single pick. I think
Yeah.
today, because a couple people have requested it, we're going to try and only talk in depth about a couple picks at the end of each round. And we're going to try to see if we can get through 2 of these rookie mock drafts today. So it might be a different vibe as far as how much information we put out, but it'd be cool to see the back-to-back mocks and how they differ with ADP. So it's going to be a good one. New landing spots as well. If you haven't checked out those new landing spots, we'll look at them together here in a second, but it's in the description, it's in the Discord, it's in the chat box. So it's going to be a fun time. What's up, Lucas? What's up, Tor Millie? Good day, Mad Seas. What's up, G Money?
How we doing?
2 best looking bulls? As in, like, is that like ghouls? Is that similar? Or is that, have you heard the word bulls before?
No,
like B-O-U-L-S?
I mean, let's Google it. B-O-U-L-S.
I'm sure it's a compliment.
Bulls. Bulls definition.
What's up, Matthew? What's up, Ben?
No.
What's up, Carlos? 3 rounds. Yep, we'll do 3 rounds. What's up, Daniel?
How are you feeling?
Yeah. Isaiah, yep. A lot of time to talk about people for sure. What's up, Alpha? He says go Chargers. All right, guys, we're going to have a really good stream today. I'm excited for it. Yeah. As we mentioned, we're going to try and go 4 rounds. And we're going to do pauses at the end of each round and just talk about a couple players. And obviously, we'll have conversations in between. As always, can you do us a massive favor? And if you have yet to do so, can you drop a like for your boys?
Please.
If you like the content. If you like what we're doing.
You like that?
A very simple way for you to support what we do, to support the channel, to help us grow, to grow the community, to grow the channel. Really, really appreciate the love and support that we've seen as of late. 65 people watching. Let's get it to 65 likes. Why not? You and I, let's do it today together. Lucas says, trying to make some trades right now. Love it. What's up, Breezy? Best content out. Keep up the work. I appreciate that. Hannah says, good to see you back lately. Yes, sir. Or Badake. Right. Yes, good to have him back. And it's going to be a good day. So if people want to join today's mock draft, Badake, how can they do so?
Absolutely. All you have to do is go in the description go in the description, join our Discord. And then that's all you have to do. Join our Discord and then go to the Dynasty mock draft tab, right? Go there, and then that's where I'll be posting the link for everyone to get it. You can kind of see where I posted that link here earlier. Guys, it is first come, first serve, and like Zach said, we are doing 2 today. So if you don't get into one, hey, you might have an opportunity to get into the second one. And if you do get into the first one, please leave room maybe for someone else that didn't get in the first time. To get an opportunity.
Even if you've been in some this week, just leave some room for some other people.
Yeah. Like, once again,
try and be courteous. Let some other people mock today.
Yeah, and we're gonna be doing so many mock drafts all throughout the season, guys. So there's plenty of opportunity for you guys to come in. We go live every Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday through Thursday, excuse me, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Link in the description below. Join our Discord, Dynasty mock draft tab, and that's where we posted the link. Once again, first come, first serve. It's all love, honestly.
I thought there was a little bit of sock on the ground, but it's actually this spider. Classic Australia. It's gonna be a good time. Badake, you still need to join.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spiders where you are right now. Is that what you're gonna say?
Oh no, I'm gonna say it's just hot. So a lot of the spiders are trying to get in.
That's true.
They're trying to get in right now. So
I'm trying to cool down a little bit.
Where should I go? Let's see. I'll go right next to you.
Yeah. Love it. Back to back.
Trade buddies.
Or I just get in this scenario. I just get to snipe you every round because there's no snake. So I love it. But okay, let's go ahead and send that link out. Let's get people in here, and we will get this popping. Again, today's gonna be a little different. We're not gonna say as much information on each player as we go. We want to get through 4 rounds. Currently on 2 minutes per pick. I feel like that's good. Maybe let's do a minute and a half.
Let's do a minute. I think people we kind of understand.
I feel good at a minute and a half. Let's try that. Let's see how it feels.
All right, we'll send this
because not everyone's gonna take you know, a minute and a half when they go.
Oh shit! I put the wrong link out. Sorry guys, 1 second.
Oh my gosh.
I put the YouTube link.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's just let some people recover, because some people have been waiting there.
No, I know. Here we go. We give him a second. Got him. All right. Here, I count it down, and I'll give it a nice little pause. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and then a pause. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's there.
I love it. That's gonna fill up real quick.
Got some new faces.
Yeah, some new faces, and some old ones too. But thanks for joining us today, guys. All right,
fat neck. That's funny.
We're gonna get on the same page here for 1 sec, okay? So whether you made it to mock or you did not, let's get on the same page and let's just have a good time tonight. We are doing a 2023 rookie mock draft. This is Dynasty. It is super flex. It is not tight end premium. It is PPR format. We are mocking off of a new mock draft today from Draft Countdown, and this is from Shane Hollum. Don't know him, but it was a fun one when I looked through it. So let's quickly review some of these landing spots, just so we know where these players are going. So firstly, Bryce Young is a Texan. Will Levis is a Colt. CJ Stroud is a Raider.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if you guys can see these well. Yeah, hopefully that helps. CJ Stroud is a Raider. Then we have Michael Mayer going to the Packers. We have Jordan Addison to the Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba to the Ravens. Dalton Kincaid in the first round to the Jags. I like that spot. Yeah. Quentin Johnston to the Giants in the end of the first.
I'm home, baby.
I know you like that. Jalen Hyatt. Firstly, Bijan Robinson to the Cowboys. I mean, that's one of my favorite landing spots for him. And I agree. If Bijan's on the board when the Cowboys are picking, they're probably going to draft Bijan Robinson. The Bills go Jalen Hyatt. I have my own opinions of Jalen Hyatt, but he goes in the first round. Jahmyr Gibbs goes to the Chiefs, which, you know, is an interesting spot because you can see how Jerick McKinnon has been successful. So if he could play that role, that could be really, really fun. Yeah. And then to go to the second round, you just click round 2. Then we have Zay Flowers, second pick in the third round to the Texans. So he links up with, who was it? Bryce Young.
Bryce, yeah.
I like that. Devin Achane, 34th overall pick to the Cardinals. That's sexy. Then we have Darnell Washington to the Panthers. Josh Downs goes to the Tennessee Titans. He actually compliments
I do
Treylon
like
pretty well.
Spot. Yeah, 100%.
Rashee Rice to the Patriots. Anthony Richardson goes to the Commanders in the second round.
Yep.
Good landing spot. Not the capital you want, but good landing spot. Dolphins get Zach Charbonnet in the second round, which we love. Tillman goes to the Chargers in the second. A little high for us, but that's a good landing spot. Luke Musgrave goes to the Lions. Some good landing spots for these tight ends. Tucker Kraft to the Bengals.
Yeah.
Kenny McIntosh goes to the Panthers.
Oh, okay.
And then on to the third round. Bear with us, guys. We're going to get through this. This is a 7-round mock. Boutte goes in the third round to the Saints. Kendre Miller goes to the Texans.
Wow.
In the third round. Sam Laporta to the Dolphins. Charlie Jones to the Colts. Tyler Scott to the Steelers. We don't really know much about Tyler Scott, to be honest with you. Chase Brown goes to the Ravens. Nathaniel Dell drafted way too early to the Jags. No disrespect. Sean Tucker goes to the Eagles, so that's a friendly spot for him.
We got something.
Finally. We get a little change. Rashawn Johnson goes to the Giants. He'll probably be a relief guy for Saquon Barkley, you imagine there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And now we head to the fourth round, and we've got this guy out of Princeton. I don't know how to say his name, but he goes to the Cardinals. I'm just going to say names that we know. Tank Bigsby to the Raiders. Tyjae Spears to the Falcons.
Okay.
Which could be really interesting. A.T. Perry to the Packers. Hendon Hooker to the Panthers.
Yeah.
Marvin Mims to the Vikings. I'm trying to miss not anyone. Parker Washington to the Giants.
Let's go. We get two wide receivers. Talk it up. Wow.
Zach Evans to the Bears. I like that landing spot for Zach Evans.
Here we go.
Especially a run-heavy team. Rakim Jarrett to the Bears as well. Letu to the Texans. Puka to the Browns. Trey Palmer to the Panthers. Deuce Vaughn to the Saints. Jake Haener to the Lions. Israel Abanikanda to the Seahawks. Jaron Hall to the Seahawks. Xavier Hutchinson to the Cowboys. Fifth round, though. You don't like that draft capital, but love the landing spot. Mingo goes to the Chiefs.
You just never want somebody like going to the Cowboys, period.
Yeah. McBride goes to the Rams. Tanner McKee goes to the Bucks way later than projected. I'm just gonna quickly let's go through this a little quicker. Eric Gray to the Jags. I might miss some names, but
I'm in. Are you in the 6th round now? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just move through. I mean, honestly, you guys will be able to see. I'm just trying to look at some big names. Chris Rodriguez to the Colts. Then we'll go to the 7th round. I mean, you don't want to draft these guys if they end up in the 7th round. Let's be honest.
I'm trying to see if there's any like you said, big names.
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell to the Commanders. Mo Ibrahim to the Steelers. 7th round though. I mean, should we really care about that? No,
that's kind of what we kind of said too. That's it really. I can't see anyone else.
Yeah, but
that's
do
fun.
you think? I mean, the question isn't do we think some of these are realistic. The question is how do we react to a rookie draft now if these were real. So let's operate out of that mindset here as we head into this mock draft. Oops, here we go. So again, a minute and a half on the clock. We will stop at the end of each round and just talk about some picks, and let's get this thing started. Here we go.
Let's get it poppin'.
Bijan Robinson 101, and he went to the Cowboys in this one in the 1st round, which is a nice landing spot.
Cowboys.
You love to see that landing spot.
Look, I like Bijan to the Cowboys. I hate Xavier Hutchinson to the Cowboys. But at the same time, I like it. I mean, that's just me being selfish and not wanting him,
you just don't like
to
the
come
Cowboys.
to the Giants. Yeah, I mean, who likes the Cowboys?
Yeah, Cowboy fans probably.
Yeah, freaking.
Bryce Young goes 102. He's a Texan. Then we see Stroud at the 103. Stroud is a Raider here, so that's interesting.
Yeah, the Colts technically don't get a quarterback here in this mock draft.
Yes, they do. They get Will Levis.
Am I tripping? Oh, I'm looking at the 7th round. I'm looking at the 7th round. Whoa. Okay.
I'm on the board here.
Okay,
and JSN goes off the board. That would have been my choice, but I'll probably go Jahmyr Gibbs here. He ends up with the Chiefs. This is not a bump because he's on the Chiefs, which historically we've seen that. Like a player like Clyde, there's no way he would have gone as high as he did in rookie drafts, but he went to the Chiefs. This is not that same situation. I would have taken Jahmyr Gibbs here if he was on the Bills. If he was on, like, name a team. Like, I probably would take him here at the 105. So it's not a Chiefs bump. And I imagine that he could play that Jerick McKinnon role way better than Jerick McKinnon can. That could be really special. I like this landing spot for Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'll take him here at the 1-5. Obviously concerns with the way the Chiefs operate their offense, but they have to make changes. They can't operate like that for the next 5 years with the personnel they have. So I'll take Gibbs there.
No, it definitely makes sense. You get your running back on your team. I'll get my wide receiver on my team. I think that's pretty obvious. Quentin Johnson, 1st round draft capital, going there with Daboll, Danny Dimes, Stacey. I mean, there's no doubt he's going to get some work here. I like this landing spot. This is kind of what I want. Obviously, that's me being selfish and potentially biased, which is okay. I mean, this is what you do in a mock draft, essentially.
This is your dream mock. As soon as I saw Quentin to the Giants, I was like, Badake's going to eat this up.
100%. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. So I'll take Quentin here at the 1-6. Feels comfy. Even though I have been raving about the Colts landing spot and this person, but I have done my full evaluation on Will. And it's unfortunate.
Oh, you changed your mind on Will Levis?
It's unfortunate. Yeah, after review, after everything that I have watched.
This is a monumental moment, if true.
Read. Look, he has it like he's just swapped places. To be honest, he just swapped places. That's really it. So I completely agree with everything that has been said earlier. I think there's two sides of the coin, right? And I think that the talent for Will is there. I think he was in probably one of the most terrible situations ever. But at the same time, he has all the attributes. He should have the opportunity to kind of take a step up. But there's also so many asterisks. But at the overall mold, Richardson is the better prospect. But it all depends on the draft capital. At the end of the day, it's going to be the draft capital.
Sure, I agree.
On what's going to happen. So we'll see.
That's monumental. You finished Will Levis yesterday, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I was all about.
This has been a big conversation point for us.
Yeah, and I never necessarily said who I liked before. I would just said I haven't scouting. I haven't finished scouting.
Yeah.
I finally finished.
So he's your 4 now instead of your 3 in the quarterback position.
He is my 4 instead of my 3. It's still Still CJ, still Bryce.
Okay.
And then Richardson and Will. It's just
It's a new
swaps.
day. It's a new dawn. Okay, so we see Jordan Addison go at the 1-7. He went to the Seahawks in the first round. Zach Charbonnet goes at the 1-8.
Here, baby.
Zach Charbonnet landed. Where did he land? It was in the second round, and I'm trying to remember, to the Dolphins, which is a great landing spot. Let's go ahead and pause here and just quickly talk about some of these. Sean Tucker goes at the 1-9. And where did Tucker end up? I'm trying to remember. Do you remember?
I think he went to the Eagles, and if I'm not mistaken, that was the 3rd round.
Tucker went to the Eagles in the 3rd round. Yep. So assuming Miles Sanders is gone, Zach Evans goes to the Bears. I remember that's in the 4th round. Rashee Rice. Really interesting for Rashee Rice to go this high. I mean, I like Rashee Rice, but
where did he go?
Feels a little rich for me. He went in the 2nd round, I believe, to the Patriots. I'm a big Rashee Rice guy, but I'm more middle of the 2nd. I think
okay.
As much as I don't like Will Levis, and I've been one of the biggest advocates to not draft him early, that's been because people have been taking him at the 104, the 105, where I feel like there's just guaranteed players. If Will Levis is the 4th overall pick, I mean, as much as I dislike his game, we can't let him fall into the 2nd round.
Yeah, and that's kind of thought process, and I said I like the overall landing spot for the Colts. I mean, we just got tweets saying, "Oh, that was a different team," but yeah, I like this landing spot. Michael Pittman, Jonathan Taylor, a decent offensive line. Whatever head coach comes in, they're gonna come in and help him get developed. I mean, Mike Kafka, who was our offensive coordinator, who helped Daniel Jones. Already went for the 2nd interview for the Colts. If he does go there, his former quarterback can help him develop. I think the landing spot is massive for Will, and I like the Colts over the Raiders, and I said this multiple times. So if he does go there, I would 100% be taking Will in the 1st if I'm at the end of the 1st.
Agreed.
If he is there.
I think you start to consider him after the 1-7 if he goes top 5. Now, I have my own concerns, but like I said, I feel like he has the highest bust potential of really any player this year. But again, the NFL knows more about scouting quarterbacks than we do. That's for sure. The NFL misses a lot on traitsy guys like Will Levis. But again, 1st round draft capital, 5 years. Who knows what he can become? You got to start taking him, I think, at the 1-8 here. As much as I love these running backs, I'm a huge Charbonnet guy. I'm a huge Evans guy. But we can't be taking Rashee Rice, who's a 2nd round wide receiver. You know, I'm not even sure I would take Richard. I think I would take Richardson over him still because I like his overall traits better, but I just don't think we can let Levis fall that far. And I'm a huge guy who doesn't like Levis, so I think that was the most interesting thing about this 1st round for me.
Where did Evans go in this one?
Evans went to the Bears. He went to the Bears. So I think in the 4th round, I think he instantly becomes a starter there personally.
Still at the draft capital we kind of wanted though. But the landing spot is definitely intriguing. It's not like his value is not dead, but
it's not the draft capital, but it's a great landing spot, and there's not really much competition to overcome. Khalil Herbert's great, but I would put Zach Evans over him from day one.
For sure.
Yeah, but you're right. It's not ideal draft capital at all. Rice going again. So yeah, I guess like overall, I like this 1st round, but my overall thoughts are Will Levis has to go in the 1st round. As much as I dislike him, we can't take him over some of these 3rd round running backs, 2nd round wide receivers. I don't hate that Richardson went at the 112. I just think that we should have seen Will Levis probably 108 onwards, somewhere around there. But I'm probably still taking Richardson because I like 2nd round. I like the landing spot in Washington. It's such a good landing spot in my opinion. But still, I just don't think Levis should have dropped. Any other things you want to say about this 1st round before we go on to the 2nd?
No, I think it's good. I think this is, if we see these running back with the landing spot and the opportunities, we can see a round like this towards the end. You know, we've been seeing a lot of wide receivers go early. Like we haven't even seen Kayshawn go. We haven't seen, some of these tight ends go. And if they do get these running backs, get these draft capital, we're gonna see the Zach Charbonnets at the 1-8, the Sean Tuckers at the 1-9, which feels exciting for me, in my opinion, because we like Zach and I like Sean Tucker, so
yeah,
that's good.
Yep. All right, let's see how this 2nd round pans out. Just before we get to the 2nd round, guys, we are on Twitter if you want to drop us a follow. I don't want to be the anti-Will Levis guy, but I just dropped some more information for you guys today. Did a bunch of research on these top 4 guys, specifically the pressure that they faced. Go check that out. And just asking genuine questions, starting conversations. Badake's also on Twitter. Drop him a follow. He's dropping some good tweets as well. And our Patreon, we are releasing all new Dynasty rookie rankings, positional rankings, Superflex rankings, rookie profiles, prospect tier lists. All that's coming out February 1st. Everyone on Close Friends Plus and above is going to have access to it. So consider supporting us. Patreon in the description below. 99 people watching. Hey, can you do us a huge favor? We're going to get to the second round right now. But do us a favor. Can you help us drop a like?
You like that?
If you like the content. If you like what we're doing. Hey, if we get to 100 likes, we'll absolutely pop to a second mock draft. So if you want to see a second mock draft after this one, help us get to that 100 like mark here today. All right, let's start the second round and see what's popping. Again, we're going to let it quick fire and then stop at the very end of the round and see what happens. Will Levis at the 2-1. Again, if you start Bijan Robinson, Will Levis, that's a pretty incredible start to a rookie draft.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that would be crazy if you could get both of those guys. Michael Mayer, where'd he go? He got in the first. Am I wrong there?
Yeah, he went in the first.
He went
I'm
in
trying
the first
to
to the
remember
Green
where.
Bay Packers.
Yeah, that's such a good landing spot.
Yeah, that is good. Not that much competition outside of Christian Watson there. Romeo Dubs, and then goes Jalen Hyatt, Kayshon Booty.
Okay, Hyatt goes, Kayshon Boutte goes. I need to double
to the Bills in the first.
Yeah.
And if
I'm
I'm
still
not
not taking him this early, but I get it. I definitely understand. I'm still not taking him that early, but I get it. I'm actually in between kind of two opportunities here. One is Devin Achane, and the other is a little Zay Flowers to start the morning.
A little Zaza.
And you guys know, if you've been on with us this week, that I have had to move Zay up my rankings quite significantly because I rewatched his film and I just really love the player that he could be. So both have really good draft capital, higher than we anticipated, both early second round picks. I think I'm going to lean towards the wide receiver position here. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Zay Flowers here. He heads to the Texans. I think he instantly could become the wide receiver 1 on that team who just drafted Bryce Young. As much as I love John Mechie, Zay Flowers is a better prospect. Nico Collins for me has always been a Jag, and Brandon Cooks doesn't want to be there. So I'll take Zay Flowers there at the 2-5. That feels really comfy for me.
Yeah, I like it. I think that makes sense. That's who I was contemplating there. I thought he was going to go earlier, to be completely honest. But I'm going to keep it with the wide receivers. I'm going Josh Downs. He goes to the Tennessee Titans. I mean, we kind of hinted about it a little bit earlier as we were going through it. I think it really complements Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks in the outside, Downs in the slot, or however where he wants to go. I feel really confident there, and I did take him over Devin A-Train. If you know by The Guys. If you guys haven't watched The Guys, definitely go watch that. It's a good show on Amazon Prime. But yes, the landing spot, once again, not intriguing. You need to get Kyler Murray, who's going to be a guy that you need to pass protect for. And this is what I said earlier. I was like, I think you can see the landing spot, but I can't see scenarios where he's out there protecting Kyler Murray and trying to give him more opportunity. It's really just going to be a third down guy, and I don't like the landing spot personally, but makes sense.
Did you say The Guys? Did you call it The Guys?
The boy, is it The Guys? Maybe
it's The Boys.
I said The Boys.
Did you say The Boys? Oh, okay. Someone said not The Guys, The Boys. I didn't remember if you said The Boys.
Maybe I said The Guys. That's my fault. The Boys, yes, The Boys.
That's hilarious if so. Okay, Downs goes, then A-Chain. I like this landing spot for A-Chain. I definitely agree and understand your concerns there, but he can become a pretty versatile weapon in the NFL. It's good draft capital. Then we see Kenny McIntosh. Where did Kenny go?
I think Kenny went in the third. He went in the third to the Panthers, which I really like here.
Okay, third to the Panthers. That's good.
Sorry, actually second to the Panthers.
Second round. Wow, that's higher than I anticipated.
End of the second to the Panthers there.
Xavier Hutchinson goes to the Cowboys. Is that the fourth round, I think? Kendre Miller to the Texans in the fourth. Cedric Tillman, where did he go? He went in the second, I believe.
Let me have a look. I'm on the second right now.
Yeah, he went to the Chargers in the second. So that's, I mean, great landing spot. There goes Kincaid as well. Kincaid's a first-round pick, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a great steal at the end of the second. He went to the Jaguars, bro.
There's a
Jaguars in the second.
What Michael Mayer went
first
as a tight end, yeah, and then Dalton Kincaid. Was there another one out there? Nah, just those two. Yeah, I mean that's a good landing spot for Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, good landing spot. Any surprises of the draft? Obviously, Will Levis at the 2-1 is robbery, even though I don't like the player.
Yeah,
that's just, you can't let him fall that far. Jalen Hyatt at the 2-3. He does get first-round draft capital. My thoughts on Jalen Hyatt are very well documented. I'm not sure you're getting a player that's even better than Gabe Davis. No disrespect, but he does get first-round draft capital on a very good team that's pass-heavy. So I get why you would take him there. There goes Badake, Zay, Hutchinson. Kendre Miller went to the Texans, so that would be interesting to see him and Dameon Pierce compete. Other than that, no real surprises. I like Dalton Kincaid as a huge steal, though.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense.
As a first-round tight end.
Yeah, I like McIntosh's landing spot, Xavier Hutchins' landing spot. I think Xavier Hutchins, if he does go to the Cowboys, he has to go earlier than this.
What was the draft capital though?
Wasn't
it fourth round?
It was fourth round, but I mean,
yeah, that's tough.
With the landscape of the Cowboys wide receivers, it's just CD and then Xavier. I mean, you automatically, in my opinion, you jump Michael Gallup, and you instantly become the wide receiver.
For sure. Yeah,
he could become the wide receiver too. So I think he should go, in my personal opinion, like right at the 2-7. But I think it's still a good landing spot. I mean, the 2-9 where he went.
Sure. No, I definitely get where you're coming from. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start the third round. I saw someone said Brett Coleman compared Zay to Antonio Brown. I don't know who Brett exactly is, but that's a very interesting comp. I mean, you can see some shades. Antonio Brown wasn't didn't go to a great school, and he wasn't really like a highly sought after recruit in college or prospect in college. So I can see some similarities for sure. Gallup's not a free agent. No, he signed a big contract last year, I believe. All right, let's get on to this third round. If you guys have any questions that you want us to answer straight away, super chat's available. Otherwise, we'll do our best to keep up with the chat as we go. All right, at 3-1, let's see what Ace Boy does. He goes Tank Bigsby. Then we see Chase Brown off the board.
Chase Brown.
Can you find out where these guys went?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, man. No, it's so tough to kind of keep up where some of these guys went.
For sure. We'll find out where those guys went.
I'm assuming he might have gone. These guys might have gone in the 4th. Tank went to the Raiders in the early 4th.
Okay.
And then Chase Brown, not in the 4th. Let's go check the 5th. I don't see anything in the 5th. Let's check the 6th. No, maybe he went in the 3rd then.
Did he? Let me see.
Let me check. Yeah, Chase Brown went to the Ravens.
Ravens in the 3rd.
What's the Ravens in the 3rd?
There goes Tajay Spears off the board. Can't remember where.
He went pretty early as well.
He went 4th, I think. He went 4th.
Tajay Spears to the Falcons in the 4th.
Okay. So that will be interesting to see him kind of compete with Tyler Algier. Yeah. All right, I'm on the board here. It's a really strange spot to be in. Where did Parker Washington go?
I think he went to the Giants, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Didn't the Giants get 2 wide receivers? Let me see if I can find him. And honestly, it's so hard.
All right.
Washington did go to the Giants.
Okay. Parker Washington went to the Giants. Was it the 5th round?
In the 4th round.
4th round. Yeah, interesting. I think I'm going to switch it up here a little bit. I'm going to go for a tight end here. 2nd round draft capital. Yeah, going to Detroit. I will take Luke Musgrave. The numbers aren't going to blow you away, but the athletic profile is really nice for Luke. So I'll take him here at the 3-5. You know, we don't like drafting tight ends in rookie drafts all that much, but I just like the draft capital for him, and I like the landing spot. I like the player. There's no one on the board as far as talent and draft capital that I think I'm missing. I could be, but I'll take him here at the 3-5. I feel good about drafting tight ends in the 3rd onwards. I don't love drafting them any earlier than that, but to be fair, Mayer is a good discount there. He was to the Packers. Dalton Kincaid was a first-round pick. He was a good discount. So, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I'm definitely tossing up the wide receiver and the tight end. Luke was definitely an option for me, but there's another tight end that I do like that did get second-round draft capital towards the end. Since I already have a giant, I am going to go with the tight end already technically. Quentin Johnson's already there. I want to go Tucker Kraft. He goes to the Cincinnati Bengals.
I like Tucker Kraft.
At the end of the second here.
I don't know who exactly the username is, but someone comments on almost every one of our videos and says, talk about Tucker Kraft. So shout out to them.
Yeah,
here
shout
we
out
are.
to them.
This is our moment, talking about Tucker Kraft. South Dakota State, right?
Yeah, South Dakota State, 6'5", 255 pounds. Not a crazy production. I mean, he only had 3 touchdowns, 27 receptions. I don't know much about him because I still haven't scouted the full tight end class. I think he's my second to last tight end. I'm scouting, so I don't know much about him, but I mean, those are the traits. 6'5", 255. He's a junior right now. I mean, this is a big guy going to the Cincinnati Bengals, where we see what Hayden Hurst has been doing, right? He can do the same thing potentially, or maybe even more, a bigger blocker, a better blocker, hypothetically. Yeah. So we can see what happens, and I like the draft capital, like Zach said.
Tucker Kraft, love the pick. Ace Galaxy says yes, Josh. I think they're talking about trades there. Kendre Miller would be a second-round pick. I would be genuinely shocked if that happens, but let's see. Anything's possible. Juicer says, don't think Jason can go ahead of Gibbs if he's on the Ravens and Gibbs goes to the Chiefs. I can respect that. Do you think there's a chance Deuce gets draft capital to make him somewhat relevant? Personally, no, but maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. Who knows? Hendon Hooker goes off the board. Where did Hendon Hooker land? Find out for us if you don't mind. Darnell Washington, I think, went to the Panthers in the second round. Yes, he did. He went to the Panthers.
And Hooker went to the Carolina Panthers. Panthers getting a lot of talent here.
Okay. And so that was Panthers in what round?
Panthers in the 4th. So the Panthers get Hendon Hooker. The Panthers also get Kenny McIntosh. The Panthers also get the Darnell Washington. Let me know if I'm missing anyone else, but those are the 3 that they get.
Yeah. Nathaniel Dell, I think he went in the 3rd round. This is a player that I probably won't draft at all. He goes to the Jaguars. It's not even about the landing spot. It's just the player himself. It reminds me a lot of Tutu Atwell. I don't see a big workload, but it's just late. If he's your guy, then take your guy. Rakim Jarrett goes at the end of the 3rd round. If we can find out where he went, he probably went 4th round. What I should do is I should have these open on 2 different tabs. If you can find out where
the
Rakim
landing
goes.
Spot?
Yeah.
Rakim Grant. Yeah, give me a second.
Where did Rakim Jarrett go? But yeah, interesting. Is there any steals of the draft? I mean, to get Tank that late is pretty nice, but then again, I'm assuming that Jacobs is coming back, so it's hard to see him eating into that workload. Chase Brown. I like Luke Musgrave, but that's because I made the pick.
By the way, Rakim went to the Bears. Excuse me.
He went to the Bears in what round?
In early 5th round, the first pick of the 5th round.
Okay. Darnell would probably end up being much more of a blocker than a receiver, which sucks totally. I think that's been our overall opinion. People would ask, what do you think about Darnell Washington? I think he will be incredible for real NFL football. I'm not so certain that we have any sort of 80 reception years ahead of us with Darnell Washington. So it's difficult to really project fantasy value for a guy like Darnell Washington. That's in the 3rd round. We're going to get into the 4th. This might be interesting. I mean, some of you might know players, some of you might not. We definitely have enough to keep going. So I'm interested to see. This is where, take your guy. Let's see what happens. Hey, we're at 84 likes. Can we get to 100? Can you help us get to 100 likes? If you can, we're going to pop off another mock draft here right after the 4th round. We'll start fresh. We'll do another 2023 rookie mock draft and see where these people land. So help us get to 100 if you have yet to drop a like. 106 people. Quick math says we can get there. Yeah, he'd make one hell of a red zone target, though. I don't disagree. With that. Those touchdowns are just hard to rely on from a fantasy value perspective. So 10 likes away from 100. Help us get there, guys. I know we can do it with your help. All right, let's see what happens here at the 4th round. What we thinking here? Ace Boys starting it off. I got a name that I'm hoping falls to me. We will see if he does. But it's getting a little crowded here.
It's getting a little crowded.
I got a name that's on my mind. There goes Deuce Vaughn. Okay, there goes Izzy. That was one name I definitely wanted to grab. Where did Izzy go?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking for right now.
Pretty sure he was a 5th round pick.
Was he a 5th round pick? Okay, let's go 5th round, and then Abani Kanda.
He went to the Seahawks in the 5th. There goes Mingo out of Ole Miss. Where did Levis get drafted in this mock? He was the 4th overall pick to the Colts, and we did talk about how he's got to go much higher than that if that's the case. What's up, Casey? Hey, just popped in. How come Bryce keeps going in the 1st of all startup drafts and Bijan goes in the 2nd? People just draft differently, man. They draft differently in startups than they do in rookie mocks. That's just been the case for a long time. But I've also publicly said as well, Casey, that Bijan Robinson's probably going to be a 1st round pick in Dynasty startup drafts when people get more serious and they're not doing rookie drafts. So we'll see what happens. Abani Kanda forever. All right, I'm up on the board. I wanted to grab Izzy. He's not there, but there is a player that has better draft capital that I actually brought as a running back sleeper on a video that you guys will see later this week. Let me see, what round did he go in?
I think he went in the 4th, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he go in the 4th?
I think so.
Yeah, it might be 4th.
Maybe it's not the 4th. Maybe he's the 5th.
Really?
Maybe the 3rd. Hold on.
I tried 3rd. What is wrong with me?
He's in the 3rd. In the 3rd, if it's the guy that you bought in the
So,
video. Yeah.
at the end of the 3rd round, I'm going to take Rashawn Johnson. He is, as Badake calls him, Roscoe. I'll take Rashawn Johnson, Bijan Robinson's backfield, I guess, duo friend. He helped out a little bit throughout the year here at Texas. Huge body, not a lot of speed, not a lot of acceleration or agility, but a huge body. I could see him playing kind of similar to like a Brian Robinson role if he gets the right opportunity.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. I'm going through the list here, trying to find some wide receivers that I like, or maybe some running backs that I like. Gosh, this is a toughie.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. All right, let's see here. I do have one person that I keep hearing. Don't love the landing spot.
I agree, G Money, by the way. I don't like the landing spot either, but mid-4th, I like the player. I'll take a shot. What are you thinking here, Badake? 45 seconds.
There is a guy that everyone keeps talking about. I keep hearing, everyone keeps saying in the comments, I haven't scouted him yet. He lands in the Indianapolis Colts here in round 3. 3rd round draft capital, and that's Charlie Jones, wide receiver out of Purdue. Everyone
a lot of
keeps
people
saying,
like that guy.
Like everything that I'm seeing on Twitter and like YouTube, everything saying that he is one of the best route runners. I haven't seen it because I haven't scouted him, but I wanted to put some love on his name because I know a lot of people have been commenting Charlie Jones, Purdue, Charlie Jones. So hey, maybe if I take him here, maybe you look him up, you kind of see what it is. But yeah, out of Purdue, I think he's 6 foot right now. People love his route running. So let's see. I'll kind of give you my full thought process once I finish scouting him. But he's a senior as well, 6 foot, 188 pounds. Let's see what's up.
All right, Tanner McKee goes in the 5th round to the Bucks. Then we see Eric Gray go off the board. Mo Ibrahim, who was a 7th rounder. I can't remember the team. He was a 7th rounder. Eric Gray, I can't remember the team either. Sorry, guys. But we know about these players for sure. We've talked about them on the channel. Hey, guys, we're only 4 likes away from 100. If we hit that 100 that 100 mark, we're going to fire up a new 2023 rookie mock draft right now, right after this 4th round. So help us get to that 100 mark. If you haven't dropped a like, consider doing so. Help us get there, and we will pop off another one for you guys here. Get a brand new slate of people in the Discord who can join us. Hey, if you joined this one, so I'm talking to Ace Boy, Philly, G Money, KTB, Rowan, Ruckin Hooker, D Macy, Carlos, Mason Darnold, Saggy Fat Neck. I'm talking to all of you guys. If you got into today's mock already, don't join the next one. Come on. Let some other people get in, get some new blood. Let's change up the ADP, change up some landing spots. Well, we'll keep landing spots, sorry, because they're fun. But just don't join the next one, just so we can kind of get some new people in and they can get a shot at it.
Yeah, 100%. I'm excited for the next one here. McDougan.
Yeah. Who has a better NFL career, Olave or JSN? It's a good question, man. I really love the Olave coming out.
I think it all depends where JSN lands, personally.
Yeah, the Ravens, it's hard to envision him. Actually, for some reason, I like the Ravens because of his abilities over the middle of the field. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I think you'd have to lean Olave right now, but I actually like JSN better as a prospect, personally. That's just my personal opinion, so I would go JSN.
Yeah.
I view him very highly.
Thanks
for getting me in the mock. No worries. Is Cameron Ward in the 2023 NFL draft? I believe he's declared. Let's double check that. I'm not so certain he's going to get the kind of capital, because he's been a big name people have been hyping as a sleeper. I don't think the NFL views him like that, though. Does anyone know if Ward has officially declared? Let me see. Is he on here? He might not have.
Cameron Ward.
Okay, so he probably went back to school. But a lot of people are pretty big on that name for sure. All right, that is the end of the first rookie mock draft. We're gonna go ahead and fire up a new one here. Again, if you were able to join that one, please don't join this one, just so we can get some new people in. And I'm gonna draft from. I'll draft towards the end. Give me the 11. Let's try the 11. I'm sending you the link here, Badake, so you can send it on the Discord. Again, if you want to join us today, join our Discord. I'll put that Discord in the chat. It's also in the description. What's up, Billy on the street? Scary Hours says Marvin Harrison Jr. better prospect. Yes, he is a better prospect than all of those. Yes, it's like Marvin Harrison, the actual his father. He's like his father, but he's a bigger player.
Yeah,
like he's really the complete package. Honestly.
He is 100%. I mean,
he's probably the best receiving prospect since Jamar Chase.
I'm taking the 101 here because I'm never taking Bijan.
Okay.
At least I don't think I have. So
yeah. What happened to it's KJ Jefferson, Sean? But I'm glad you brought up the name. Yeah, you know, I don't know if he was rated by other people. He was definitely a name that I brought up on this channel frequently because I really like his game. I like comparing him a little bit to Jalen Hurts as far as how he takes care of the ball, like this year's version of Jalen Hurts, how he takes care of the ball. Not the best arm, good on the ground, can really operate an offense well. But he is coming back to Arkansas, so he'll come out next year. I'm hoping that he's able to prove himself a little bit more and get at least second-round draft capital in next year's draft. You're on auto pick. I don't know if you know that.
No, I already have my queue on, so I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Why don't you go ahead and send that out again? If you were able to join us for that first one, don't join the second one.
Yeah, that'll really help, guys. And I'm gonna send it out right here. 3, 2, 1. Go to Dynasty Mock Draft tab, and that's where you're gonna be getting it. 3, 2, 1. There you go. First come, first serve. Hopefully we get some new people.
Yeah.
Can I make your heart break? Hey, love. I think everyone is new in this draft. That's awesome.
It's all new people, and hey, you know, this community is incredible. Shout out to you guys. The integrity in this community.
Honestly.
Shout out to nobody for double joining.
Who's keeping
and all new people. We're all keeping each other accountable. I love it. I love it. Hey, we're about to start this up, but again, if you guys don't know, we are on Twitter. Consider dropping us a follow. The only reason we have been doing this lately is because we have heard how important Twitter is to the Dynasty community. So we're trying to grow our presence there a little bit. I put out a lot of content on there. I'm talking about the pressures for all these top quarterbacks and just asking questions, starting conversations. I've got film up there of some prospects, a lot of stuff. And Badake also is putting out some good content. We have a Patreon. Okay. Link is in the description. I'll actually paste it in the chat as well. And we have all new Dynasty rankings, Dynasty rookie rankings for each position. We have Dynasty Superflex rankings where we rank them from 101 all the way to the 412. We have rookie profiles. All that's coming out February 1st all together. We're going to use the same landing spots, guys, that we have been using. That landing spot link is in the description. So, excuse me. So don't be scared. Not that you'd be scared, but don't be afraid to kind of open that up for us. And So let's go ahead and get this popping. Again, it's a minute and a half on the clock. We will stop after each round and just quickly have some conversations. But this is fun. I like this. I like getting multiple mocks in. There's times where I like to kind of break it down, and there's times where I like to kind of see like how the ADP might change. So
yeah, exactly, which is fun, and people draft differently, which creates more drama, more just more things that you might have to do in your real drafts, right? Because people are going to draft people that you weren't expecting. So maybe you're going to have to pivot at some times. So it's going to be fun.
Sorry. Tamelli says, I'm close to becoming a patron. You lads are worth supporting. Feet Picks would put it over the edge for me. Help. Someone said help.
Feet Picks.
He says, love the content, G Money. Appreciate you, man. Mavs Nation, awesome. Stand up. Actually, let's go. Let's thunder up, boys. All right, this is well different to how it was last time. We have Bijan going 101. JSN 102. He lands with the Ravens in the first. Gibbs is the 103. He lands with the Chiefs at the end of the first. Then we have CJ Stroud and Bryce Young off the board at the 105. Holy moly, this is a very different mock draft from what we just saw.
Holy moly.
CJ Stroud's a Raider. Bryce Young is a Texan. There goes Jordan Addison off the board. I mean, this is very different to what we've seen.
Yeah, and this is what's fun. Like I said, you got to pivot sometimes. People go crazy. There goes Anthony Richardson, even with second round draft capital, going to your Washington, soon to be a new name. I'm still believing.
Yeah, hopefully not the Commanders.
Hopefully not.
I probably am still taking Richardson over Levis with this landing spot because I actually like the landing spot, bro. We're a good offense. We are a good offense. We have so many weapons.
Bro. You have the pieces, 100%.
But he'll compete with Sam Howell, and we'll see what happens. There goes Levis off the board. That's much more respectable there at the 1-9. And Zach Charbonnet, he went to the Dolphins, right, in the second round?
Dolphins in the second? Okay, I was looking at the third.
There goes Quentin Johnston off the board. And now I'm up. Yeah.
At the 110. All right, here we go. You're on the board. What are you thinking here?
I was hoping Charbonnet was going to be there. But he's not.
He's not.
So I'm going to have to adjust a little bit. I'm trying to see.
Got to pivot.
Yeah, you do have to pivot. I am looking a little bit in between my rankings and landing spots. I think it's going to end up being Zay Flowers, to be honest with you.
Zay? Yeah, second round draft capital, second pick in
links up with Bryce Young. Day Dot.
No one really there competing with him.
He's in the same tier as all the other wide receivers that are available on the board for me. I like Evans and Tucker. I just can't remember what capital did they get.
Tucker, I think, got third.
Goes to the Eagles in the third.
Yeah, and
third is good, but if I'm going to take a running back in the first round, I want second, really. Not saying that I wouldn't, but ideally I want second. Like Zach Charbonnet is a good pick there. I could consider A-Chain there. All right, I'm going to go Zay Flowers. Maybe you guys think it's too high. That's okay. I've really started to fall in love with his game. I'm not going to say he's the next Antonio Brown. No, but I do see a lot of T.Y. Hilton and Eddie Royal in his game. So I'll take him there at the 111. I'm a big fan of that. Oh, I do need to change it so it's linear. Good call, guys. And let's see what Full Sin does here at the 112. Zach, gonna need an explanation for your fandom, football team, and Thunder. All right.
Oh, no.
Let me explain. Okay?
Maybe you should link that video that we talked about.
What was this?
Remember that live stream? But it was actually talking about LeBron James and.
Oh, okay, I remember that. Okay, A-Chain's the last pick. I'll take. Literally, I'll do it in 1 minute. I was born in Virginia, right around like the DC area, close to there. Okay, grew up a Washington Redskins fan. Just it was in my blood when I was born. Went to some games. Then we moved to Kansas City when I was 11. Lived there for about a decade. Okay, so everyone around me is liking the Chiefs. I'm hanging out with my friends. And I go, again, you're around Arrowhead. You like the atmosphere. So that's why I like the Chiefs and I like the Commanders. Now, as far as the Thunder, I didn't get into the NBA until I was about 15 years old. And I was following Kevin Durant's career out of Texas because I really liked him as a player. Then he got drafted to the Sonics. And then the Sonics came to Oklahoma City. There you go. Oklahoma City, the closest team to Kansas City as far as the NBA goes. And in fact, the Kansas City Chiefs and Oklahoma City Thunder have a partnership where they talk about each other at their games. So that's kind of how that connection was made. Went to some Thunder games, fell in love, So yeah, love a little story time. Here we go.
Nice little story time.
Anything in the first round that surprised you here?
No, this feels comfy. I still personally wouldn't take Devin A Train in the first. I don't love the landing spot, but I can understand it. He's still up there for me. I think the talent is there.
Yeah.
But I think I would still rather maybe take a chance with a bigger guy like a Tucker, maybe even Zach Evans potentially in the first. And I'm not even a Zach Evans guy. I'm taking Zach Evans over Devin A Train. I think the landing spot is just massive.
Sure.
A massive difference here.
I kind of feel like I get where you're coming from, but I'm almost like on the opposite side where I'm like, if he gets this capital, because I like the player. If he gets early second round, I mean, sheesh, I think I could consider him at the 111, 112. So I get where you're coming from, though. It's a little bit difficult. All right, on to the 2-1. Hey, do us a massive favor. If you have yet to drop a like, you guys have been awesome so far. Do us a favor, support the show, drop a like, and let's get on to this second round here. Badake, you are on the clock.
I'm on the clock here. I get my running back. I'm looking to see who's out there. I think the guy fell a little bit. I think he went what 2-5, 2-4, something like that. I could be wrong. I actually don't remember where he went earlier.
All right.
Actually, he went the same. He went at the 2-2. So I'm going to take Michael Mayer here. Still first round draft capital. Going to the Green Bay Packers. I think it just makes sense. Feels comfy there. Really
Kayshawn Booty is where I thought you were going. I like that pick of Booty at the 2-2. I know he goes to the third round to the Saints, but I love that landing spot. There's no one really that's competing with him outside of Olave. I think he steps into opportunity day one there.
Booty. He definitely will step into opportunity, no doubt about it.
And then Downs.
Like the landing spot.
Downs goes off the board.
Some good people. Rasheed Rice, where'd he go again?
He went to the Patriots in the second. Tillman goes to the Chargers in the second. We're starting to keep up with this.
Yeah, there we go.
So if Tillman has that kind of draft capital and that kind of landing spot, I don't really like him as a player. But again, you'll see people put him up their boards. I honestly I get the landing spot, but I don't think he's a better prospect than Palmer. I'm not sure that he overtakes Palmer. In fact, I think these guys played together. Can we let me look at that? I think they both went to the Tennessee Volunteers.
Josh Palmer and Cedric.
I think they played together. Let me double check. Let me figure this out because I'm pretty sure that Palmer was a Tennessee Vol.
Let me see. Josh Palmer. Yeah, he did. He played in Tennessee. Got drafted in the third round of 2021.
Okay,
when did Cedric come in? Cedric Tillman.
They did play together. Cedric Tillman wasn't really in the rotation yet, so it's difficult to really judge. Difficult to judge. But, yeah. I get it. I get why he would move up boards with that spot, no doubt. Any footy teams? Nah. I just can't watch footy, man. It's not that I don't understand it. I just wasn't born into it or really love it, so that makes it tough. Okay, this is what I was going to ask about. How are these guys falling this far, though? I mean, I'm still taking Evans and Tucker probably over Downs, Rice, and Tillman. So those feel like pretty good steals at the mid-second.
Yeah, Tucker to the Eagles, and then Zach Evans, where'd he go?
Zach Evans went to the Bears.
The Bears, okay. Yeah, I mean, good opportunities for these guys. No one really in front of them. If, for example, Sean Tucker, if Miles Sanders is no longer there, it feels comfy.
Good landing spots for both of these guys.
Yeah.
Would you trade Higgins for the 102? I would prefer the 102 as much as I love Higgins. Booty. Have the 102 want to trade down? 111, 110, and 24 first? No. You got to get some higher picks if you're going to move down from the 102. Hendon Hooker goes off the board pretty early there.
Panthers. Yeah, he goes to the Panthers here.
Is that the third or fourth round?
I think that's the fourth.
Okay, that's tough. That's pretty early. I don't know. Could pay off. Tank Bigsby to the Raiders. He goes off the board. There's a couple of names I'm still surprised. I mean, I don't really like some of these names, but I know a lot of people in the community do. So there goes Kenny McIntosh off the board. Y'all really about to make me draft Jalen Hyatt? Is that really happening right now?
Just take him, bro. He's going to the Bills. Josh Allen, a top guy in the second. Not the second, right? Or the first?
Just out of spite. Just out of spite. I'm not going to do it. I'm taking Dalton Kincaid
Just out of
who
spot.
gets first round draft capital. He goes to the Jaguars. I mean, look at what Evan Ingram's done. And now we get Dalton Kincaid stepping in. Make no mistake, if the Jaguars draft someone in the first round or that's their intentions, they're not re-signing Evan Ingram. Yeah. So I'm assuming that's the scenario here. I'll take Dalton Kincaid here at the 211 just out of spite. But I'm surprised Hyatt's still on the board. There goes Jalen Hyatt. So
there he goes.
Makes sense. Any surprises of this round?
No, kind of like what you said. I mean, I didn't expect Rashid and Tillman to go this high. I mean, I was expecting, Zach Evans, Sean Tucker to go a little bit earlier. But, I mean, you get a steal at the 2.6 and the 2.7 with some guys. I think Josh Downs and Booty are good in that top tier, personally, the 202, 203, in my opinion.
Of the second round.
At the second round, but I think it definitely falls when it hits Rice and Tillman. I think they have decent landing spots.
I agree. I would also put Evans and Tucker as well in that tier break. So you could put those two guys up, move Rice and Tillman down. Tier break probably is at 205 if you were to look at it that way. But again, it's just our opinion. Doesn't mean that's right or wrong. It's fun to always draft and see people's perspectives. You're up here on the third round. What are we thinking?
Yeah, having a look here, looking in the fourth round, seeing who's available. Where does Kendrick
Actually, the Thunder are playing right now.
Where's Kendrick Miller go?
Kendrick Miller went to the Texans in the fourth round, I believe.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm taking Marvin Mims here.
Okay.
He goes in the fourth. He goes to the Minnesota Vikings as he take over that Adam Thielen role. That kind of feels comfy there.
Okay.
Besides Justin Jefferson, I think I'm okay with Marvin Mims here at the third and 3-1.
Okay. I can see it.
The Thunder's
also
playing?
The 108. Yeah. I would I would want more for the 102 there personally. We are playing, is it the Pelicans? Does I read that right?
Let me tell you a better game. The Brooklyn Nets versus the 76ers. Come on, baby.
We're playing the Hawks.
We'll see you back in Brooklyn. I don't really know basketball, boys. I love the idea of following basketball, but there's just too many games. Once we lock into the playoffs, I'm with you. I'm there. I'm watching every single game. But I can't be watching these games where, it's a good matchup, but, what does this really mean to me? What does this really mean to this team? It's just another game, it feels like.
It's actually, more than any year this year. That's just not true.
Yeah, maybe.
If you look at the standings in the Western Conference, the 3 seed has 27 wins, and the 13th seed has 22. I mean, every game matters, ridiculous amounts in the NBA this year.
I guess in a scenario
the Lakers in the 13th seed could genuinely end up in the 3 seed if they go on a run. So every game matters, no doubt. It matters when it comes to seeding.
It goes from 9 to 10. Sorry, no, I was just reading Torres' comment. No, for sure. See you at the top.
Kendrick Miller goes off the board. Then Tucker Kraft, who went to the Bengals. We like that. I know Dynasty Day Trader likes that. He's a big Tucker Kraft guy. Xavier Hutchinson. That's a pick I was thinking should have gone in the second as well.
Oh, I forgot about Xavier Hutchinson.
I was surprised you let him fall.
I forgot about another person. Now I'm just thinking about it.
Oh my goodness, you had so much time too.
I have so much time. I completely forgot.
There goes Luke Musgrave as well off the board. He went to the Lions. I think that's exactly where I took him last time, so that's cool to see. How do you actually pronounce your name, Tormilli? Because we're obviously saying it wrong. Alpha says one league, one quarterback. I have 101, 103 to 106, taking Bijan, Jason, Butte, Evans, Addison. Nice. That's going to be a fun one for sure.
Yeah.
Love it. First year in a while, I'm with Badake. Love it. I wanted Stetson Bennett. Anything's possible. This is Superflex. It's Turnamill.
Turnamill.
We'll just call you Millie.
Turnamill Media.
Okay, so
I wonder if he has something.
Darnell Washington is off the board. He went to the Panthers in the second. Then Deuce Vaughn. Honestly, I am one of those people in Dynasty right now who's like, I'm just not drafting Deuce Vaughn. I don't care where I'm just not drafting him. I'm just going to take another option. Tajay Spears goes off the board. Then Chase Brown and Parker Washington are both gone. So now I have to decide what the hell to do here at the 3-11. And I actually don't think this is going to take all that much time for me to take one of my sleepers of the draft. Where did he go? Let's double check. I believe he went in the 5th round, so definitely not what we like to see. But Israel Abanikanda goes to the Seahawks. They definitely need someone to be an RB2 on that team, and I think he could fit that role really well and potentially more. So Israel Abanikanda, I will take him here at the 3-11. I'm a big fan of his game.
Yeah.
What do I do with Dak? I would hold. Millie works. Have you given up hope on Ford? No, we actually released a video pretty recently talking about him as a buy low. I would suggest it's buy low running backs. You can find that on our page. You can check that out. Jerome Ford to the moon. I love it. I have the 101 and the 102. Is as simple as taking Bijan and Stroud. I would go Bijan and Bryce, but I mean that's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you. It depends on who you want at the 102, which quarterback you believe in, or maybe the landing spot they go to that you believe in a little bit more. So all up to you, brother. But I think that it's the right move in my opinion. Yeah.
Badake's going to tell you CJ. I'm going to tell you Bryce. Actually, if we just have a quick second to talk about that, I found, as I was researching information on pressures for Will Levis this year, I found it really interesting just to look at the lack of pressure that CJ Stroud faced. Because I feel like you could put all three of these guys, Levis, Bryce, and A. Rich, versus each other, and you could say, okay, they faced a similar amount of pressure. And I would say Will Levis is by far the worst at improvising and getting out of the pocket and making more of a play than what was given to him at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
But then look at CJ Stroud. That is a significant jump in the lack of pressure he faced. Significant lack of pressure. So that was just interesting for me to look at. And that feels a little bit like the Ohio State system in the Big Ten favoring him. Again, I'm a big CJ guy. I have him as my 1B. But I just thought that was interesting to look at. I'm not saying it should be taken any certain way. Just this is information. Like, do with it what you want.
For sure. And, when I look at that, and I've been trying to understand, like, the quarterbacks and how people are really gauging, because I think a lot of people on YouTube and in the media are giving Will Levis a lot of grace because of the system and the school that he is in and the talent gap around him compared to Bryce and compared to CJ. And it's so hard. Like they said, there's no perfect formula. Like there's no perfect formula to really evaluate these guys. And I'm not saying that everything that you just brought up is irrelevant,
dude,
but
totally, I don't disagree. There is no perfect formula because we see bust every year. Every year in the NFL draft, we see busts at the first pick, the second pick, top 5 in the first round. Like, so I understand why people would want a traitsy guy like Levis swing for the fences, but you're inevitably going to end up with some busts at times for sure.
100%. And like anything can happen where, maybe Bryce goes to a team that has a terrible offensive line and Will Levis that has the best.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's the asterisk. Just the reason why Bryce didn't do so well because he had a terrible offensive line.
Well,
and
hypotheticals, I think as well when you're thinking about drafting players in Dynasty, you look at some of the weaknesses. If Bryce Young goes to a team that has a bad offensive line, that doesn't worry me anywhere near as much as if Will Levis or CJ Stroud does. If Bryce Young and A. Rich, if they go to teams with bad offensive lines, that does not worry me as much as those other two because I've seen both on film and analytics wise that they are able to escape pressure really well. And they deal with it well. So, but A-Rich obviously would need to grow as far as like passing under pressure, but he's able to. I mean, his improvisation is way underrated, bro. On film, A-Rich, like it is so difficult to take that guy down in the pocket, and he is so good at improvising on the run and extending plays. I just don't see that from Levis. But yeah, anyway, just thought it was interesting information to kind of share. I'm trying my best to kind of like put some interesting things out there on my Twitter and just start conversations. And I had someone that I started a disagreement with today on Twitter, and I was just trying to share my thoughts, and then we ended up, he ended up following me. So, it was a good conversation. That was fun.
A nice little, a friendly conversation.
Anyway, I thought that'd be interesting to share. And then you go Rashawn Johnson, the 4-1. I like it. Falls to your Giants in the 3rd.
Give it a Roscoe.
Yeah. Roscoe Jones is what you want to call him.
Roscoe Jones.
Let's call him Roscoe Johnny.
Big old Roscoe.
I feel like Roscoe Johnny has a nice ring to it.
Roscoe Johnny? Maybe, yeah.
Smurf says, please post a new Discord link for the next mock. Will we do another one?
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not another one today. I'm sorry. We did 2 today. Normally we only do 1. But we will be back. I mean, there is so many mocks to come. Don't you worry. There's a lot of mocks to come.
Yeah, exactly.
There goes McBride off the board, and then Tanner McKee. Iosivas. I don't know if I'm saying that name right or if I'm saying it wrong, but this kid is a name to watch.
Iosivas.
Out of Princeton. I think he's at the Senior Bowl. I could be wrong, but he is a name to watch. He could absolutely rise up boards. I could imagine him. I don't think he'll go in the end of the first like Christian Watson did, but as far as like being an incredible athlete, people are making some comparisons. I could see him shooting up to being like a mid-second to a late second if he gets the right draft capital. So interesting name to watch.
Haven't scouted him yet, but I have been hearing it. But hey, the Senior Bowl is starting soon here. I think they're practicing soon. I think the Senior Bowl is what, the 4th or the 5th of February, something like that.
It is soon, yeah. Combine's sooner than you realize as well. It's end of February, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see, NFL Combine.
Appreciate that, Chris. How comfortable would you be trying to compete with Wilson, Lance, Jimmy G, Bryce Young in a super flex? Okay, so you have all those options. I'm assuming Wilson is Russell. That definitely feels better if you add Bryce Young to that group. You know, that group without Bryce Young feels a little weak, but
yeah.
I'm torn between the 2 quarterbacks at landing spots. Really going to make the difference. I haven't followed much college over the last 2 years, so I have no real feel for either. Now I can respect that. I mean, we talk a lot about these quarterbacks on our streams, on our videos, so you're in the right place. Mo Ibrahim goes off the board. Really love him. Wish he was a little bit younger and not so many injury histories. But I mean, at the end of the middle of the 4th, take a shot on your guy. We see Trey Palmer, Nathaniel Dell, and Mingo go. And I have to figure out what the hell to do now at the 4-11.
Oh gosh.
I might just take this shot to like shine a little light on a player that probably wouldn't go normally. Let me find out who that player should be.
Okay. I've been looking for the combine dates. I don't think it's been set. Unless I'm tripping. Unless I'm searching it wrong, guys. Let me know in the chat. But I was looking for the date. So if I type in NFL 2023 combine dates.
Did Jaren Hall go?
Oh, here we go. February 28th to March 6th.
Yeah, that sounds right. Jaren Hall goes to the Seahawks in the 5th round. Let me shine a little light on one Jaren Hall, quarterback out of BYU. It's a long shot that this guy actually gets an opportunity.
Yeah.
But he's interesting. He's intriguing. Very interesting skill set. 6'1", 205, so a little bit undersized. I think if he had a more ideal size, he probably will go higher. But it's a position where, as much as we like Geno Smith, there's a chance.
Yeah, there's chances for a lot of people here. I mean, we've seen freaking Brock Purdy leading the team to a Super Bowl, or soon to be, if they do win, a Super Bowl run, which is crazy. I mean, there's no, if you would have said Brock Purdy would be playing in the playoffs, we'll be laughing at you. We'd be 100%. Everyone would be like, you crazy.
For sure. There's the opposite side of the coin as well. People took Malik Willis too early, Matt Corral too early. So you hit and you miss sometimes. The verdict is still out on Sam Howell, though. Guys, we're currently 4 subscribers away from 4,600. Be cool to see that 4.6 on the page. So if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. Why don't we leave a couple minutes for a Q&A?
Yeah, keen for it.
I want to give another shout out to Justin Stowers.
Justin
Stowers yesterday just dropped a 50 bomb super chat. That's never happened before, ever.
No.
And honestly, anytime anyone drops a super chat, it's so appreciated. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has done that. And just if you're interacting with our content, you know, everything is appreciated. Everything is all love. But Justin Stowers for MVP. He's probably not here. Maybe he's going to watch it later. But
maybe.
Just wanted to say a big shout out to him. Let's take a couple of minutes and answer some of you guys' questions. So hit us with what you got. we'll do our best to answer. Mo was mocked in the 7th round. Not ideal.
Yeah.
Where was the landing spot, Badake? Could you find that for us?
I can. I already closed it, but I can't get it up. Give me a second.
Justin's here. He says, don't trust that guy. Justin for MVP. Appreciate you, man.
Justin for MVP.
How do I get into one of your mocks? Join our Discord with the link in the description. That's where we send those mocks. I also do some raffles at times on my Twitter. Scary says, I have Burrow, Hurts, in a 12-team Superflex. I made a trade earlier this year and landed the 102. Is taking JS in at the 1-2 ballsy? It's ballsy, but I like it. Like, I'm a big fan of JSN. You might be able to trade back, though. If there's a quarterback needy team, can you trade back to the 3? Can you trade back to the... You got to play it. You got to put it on as, like, if you have the 102, you need to put things in the chat like, all right, obviously Bijan and Bryce are going off the board, so we'll see what you guys do at 3. We'll see what you guys do at 4. And then see if you can trade back. But it's ballsy. But I would see if you could get some value back. PH11. Did we find out where Mo went?
Yeah, Mo, he went to the Steelers in the 7th.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Should I trade Stafford and my 24 first and a 25 first for Watson? I think that's a little bit of an overpay, especially considering how Deshaun Watson ended the year. So
yeah,
for me, that feels like a little bit of an overpay. I would happy to do 1 first.
Yeah, I'm happy with 1 first.
Stafford.
And then kind of see what happens.
2 feels like a little too much.
Yeah.
Unless those are both projected to be really late. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not that we don't believe in Watson. It's just what we've seen in the community as of late. It shouldn't cost that much to go out and acquire him. He's currently quarterback 11 according to the community. So yeah, that's not a trade that we would make. Again, 1 first feels more doable, but 2 is an overpay. Thanks for doing 2 today, guys. Appreciate the extra shot to get in. Of course. Thanks for joining us. How does a 5'8", 185 running back A-Chain go in the first and Evans goes past the 206? Look, you're in the right place. I like Zach Evans. I've been one of the biggest Zach Evans defenders on YouTube. So I'm with you, bro. I understand it. In this mock that we were using for the landing spots, Evans went in the 4th round. A-Chain went like the 2nd pick in the 2nd round. So draft capital is important for running backs. Probably more than any other position.
Yeah.
Chris says, Superflex, currently only have Herbert. I have 101, 102, 106. So I have the entire draft. Do I try and target Richardson as my quarterback 3 to trade a couple or try to trade a couple for a more established quarterback? So I'll go Bijan at the 1 and then go quarterback at 102.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be any harder than that.
You can get wide receivers and do whatever, and then, yeah, that's what I would do. That's 100%.
I mean, you can go Bijan at the 101. You can go Bryce or CJ, whoever you prefer at the 102, or maybe you prefer another guy. And then you can use the 106 and 107, package that together. Go try and get a Deshaun Watson, right? Send the 109 for Tua. Send the 110 for Tua, so you can get creative there.
Yeah.
Is there any reasonable scenario where you could see yourself taking Quentin Johnson over JSN? Not for me, but Badake does have... You do have Quentin as your wide receiver 1, but not for me.
I do have Quentin as my 1. I think, the kind of the space that I'm at right now is that Quentin has to go to like a Super Bowl contender for me to take him over JSN. I think JSN is safe anywhere, to where like I would agree with the community that the floor is not safe with Quentin, but I think that the talent and the ceiling could be even higher than where JSN could potentially go. So that's where we see a little bit differently. But I think it's just all based on landing spot, and I'm not sure if there is. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. If he goes to the Bills, 1. If he goes to the Chiefs, 1. Right? So that's my thought process.
Yeah, we definitely see that a little bit differently. I'm just taking my number 1
for sure,
but I get it.
For sure.
By the way, my wife, if you guys don't know, she broke her ankle about a month ago now, and broke it in a couple spots, and tore some ligaments.
She's on the IR right now.
She's on the IR. She's just like Trey Lance. I actually showed her I showed her videos of Dak Prescott highlights because she was so depressed. I was like, babe, this football player had pretty much the same injury. and he's running around like a completely normal player. Don't worry, like you're gonna be okay. You're gonna get there. Like I'm using Dak Prescott as inspiration for my wife. Well, I can't believe that's where I am, but it's where I am. Anyway, she had her surgery, and she just got her second cast, and it's been a little bit tight. So they say if it's too tight, you might need to get it recasted. So she's been on hold with the hospital since 8 a.m., which for us was 4.5 hours ago.
Seriously?
4.5 hours ago, she's been waiting. She was number 3 in the queue, and then she became number 2 about 3 hours ago, and she's been number 2 in the queue ever since. So we're assuming they're going to answer, but we don't know. Super Bowl picks, I got to choose my Chiefs. Chiefs Eagles is what I see.
I see Bengals Eagles.
Okay. Mel Kiper mocked JSN to the Eagles. Yeah, I don't like the Eagles as a landing spot for one of these first-round wide receivers.
Yeah.
Hanef says, in a 12-team Superflex rookie draft at the 102, should I take Gibbs if Bijan goes 101 or JSN at the 102 if Bijan goes 101 and try to target someone like Zach Charbonnet? Yeah, I would do it that opposite way. JSN, and then I would try and target one of those running backs in the second.
Yeah, I'm happy with that as well.
Will says, who would you target at the 106 in a one quarterback league? Take out these quarterbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would target a Boutte, a Charbonnet, a Quentin, a Zay.
Yeah, Quentin,
Zay, Downs, Evans, Tucker, some of those guys.
All those guys feel really comfortable.
Yes, Ben. And I've never understood as to why he has Hyatt as his one.
Who the hell is Mel Kiper anyway?
Yeah, we answered that question. All right, we're going to try and get through these. I'm going to answer all the way up to Lane, and then we're going to end it here for today, guys, unless any super chats come in. Lucas says, I have the 2023 102, 106, 110. My best running backs are James Cook and Isaiah Pacheco, with my best quarterback being Desmond Ridder and Gardner Minshew.
Oh, gosh.
This is rough. Okay, Bryce Young should be a lock at 102. Yes, I do believe you should be adding Bryce Young.
Agreed.
And then I would probably try and trade the 106 for a running back unless I could get Gibbs there. Yeah, and then the 110 I'm probably trying to hit on another quarterback like Levis or Richardson.
Yeah.
Or if they're gone, I'll use the 110 on Charbonnet or Evans or Tucker.
Yeah, and look, anything can happen, especially with draft capital, because if Anthony Richardson goes a little bit higher and he lands in about 1.6, feels comfortable for a Rich, potentially with the landing spot. So I would say wait until the draft, and then what you can do is move back if you don't like the landing spots, and then try and try and move something else.
Agreed. Wait till the draft.
Yeah.
Mel Kiper has Will Levis as a quarterback one. I saw that. A lot of people roast him on Twitter. There's such a split community on Will. Yeah. Let's quick fire through these.
Dude's been top 5. Yeah. Maybe some people Deshaun Watson, but maybe not too much. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's a good opportunity to buy him low right now.
We agree that he's a buy low. We absolutely think you should be buying Deshaun Watson. We've been saying that. We just think that based off of what we've seen, you shouldn't spend as much as that person was saying.
Yeah.
Chase says, I have Mixon, Chubb, and Breece Hall. I have the 103, 105. Robinson and JSN will be off the board. Wide receivers suck. Gibbs or Addison. For me, at the 103, I'm probably going Gibbs, but if it's a super flex league, I would be going one of those quarterbacks.
Yeah, take a quarterback, even if you do have a good quarterback, and then you can trade him. If not, trade back.
Yeah. All right, let's quick fire here. If the Texans take Stroud, they have to take Jason at 12. We like that. Don't worry, honey. Soon you will be throwing away playoff games too. Thanks, Chris, for joining us. What's your overall impression of the rookie class? I don't think it's as hyped as it should. It's the hype was worth what it is, but it's very good. It's still very good, just as good as 2023 in my eyes. All right, guys. Yeah, someone unsubscribed. Yeah, we were at 4,600, but someone did unsubscribe. That's going to be it for today.
It's all good.
Really, really appreciate you guys. Hey, if you have yet to do so, drop a like on your way out. We do appreciate the love. We do appreciate the support. We'll be back here very soon. We have a lot of good content coming out for you guys still. Okay, this week we still have our running back rookie tier rankings where Badake and I go back and forth. We have win now trade targets, sleeper rookie running backs, and the trade show is still also to come. All those things are going to come out for you on the weekend. So and tomorrow onward. So appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. And the last thing that we'll say as well is we have, again, a bunch of stuff coming out over on our Patreon. Everyone on the Close Friends Plus tier and above is going to have access to it. I'll paste that Patreon link in the description. On February 1st, we are releasing Dynasty rankings, Dynasty rookie rankings for each position, Superflex rookie rankings, rookie profiles, and more. You can follow us on Twitter if you want to do so. I saw some of you already followed today, which huge thank you for doing that.
Yeah, huge love.
That's my username. This is Badake's username. And that is it for today. All love. We will see you guys here very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your night. Be blessed, and we'll see you real soon.